Well, when looking at more Earth changes, we can see here when looking at the nation's largest reservoir, it has broken a record, declining to the lowest level since it was first filled in the 1930s. It had reached this all-time low this past Wednesday night, slipping below the previous record that was set in June of 2015. Now, I've talked about this many times. Here recently, when talking about Earth changes, I was talking about Louisiana, New Orleans, sinking at a rate of almost 2 inches per year in that area. And all you ever hear out here is them talking about the global warming, climate change, and wanting to blame it on all of us and to somehow control us and penalize us for everything that's going on. When in reality, they have just shown the folks in Southern California just about a month ago through cloud seeding and other technology that they can bring forth rain in mass amounts, and they did. Right there in front of everyone. They proved it. The question now is, if they have this technology and the ability to do this, then why are any of these spots drained? Why aren't there full-scale projects to bring rain to the places that need it? Instead of running oil pipelines across here and there, why not lay down pipelines that bring water to these areas? It can be done with all the money they spend out here doing this and that. But see, when that happens, it takes away the control factor. You've got to see that. And what's happening now, what they're projecting, is now that it's standing at a level of about 1,074.6 feet, they're saying that going into 2017 and 2018, that there's going to be ration alerts that continue to increase in the level of how bad it's going to get. And they're calculating the odds of a shortage at 10% in 2017. But when you get into 2018, that jumps up to almost 60%. So if it continues down this path, it's just going to be dried up completely. It's going to put people in a position out here to where it's going to make it a lot harder to survive. And California had just lifted certain water restrictions and different stuff, but things can be deceiving in what they're doing out here, because when the biggest reservoir out here, the nation's largest, is at its lowest level in history, you have got to pay attention to what's going on. And some of this does have to do with people consuming water upstream more and more and more. That they're not wanting to talk about. You know, they always want to blame it on the climate change and global warming, like I said. But people need to start asking the questions. If you made it rain in Southern California and we know you have this technology, why not focus your energy, your time, and money on trying to do the same in other places? There's like no talk of it. There's like no projects. There's not a single one out there. And that should show you the deception going on. With all the free-thinking minds out there, someone would have had to have surely thought about this, and I'm sure they did. But they got shut down, I'm sure. It's all about control and what they can get out of it. And it's going down a bad path here. As you can see, they project 59% by 2018 is the likelihood. And you can see here where the levels have just completely dropped and never recovered. But that's where it sits, guys. We'll see if it continues to drop from here, setting records. I'll leave a link. Till next time, it's been Dabu7. Make sure to tune in tonight. Real Talk Live, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll have special guest Bob from Trade Genius on to discuss what's really going on with these rig markets. It's been Dabu7. Peace.